At Manhattan University, a graduate degree is not out of reach. You'll gain real-world skills, credentials employers value, and connections to New York City's top companies. Choose from their new Master of Science degrees in Healthcare Informatics, Digital Marketing and Analytics, Business Analytics, or Financial Analytics, all built around hands-on learning and industry partnerships. Graduate ready to lead, not just work. Take the next step at manhattan.edu/graduate. Manhattan University. Lead the future.
It's tax season, and at LifeLock, we know you're tired of numbers. But here's a big one you need to hear. Billions. That's the amount of money in refunds the IRS has flagged for possible identity fraud. Now here's another big number. 100 million. That's how many data points LifeLock monitors every second. If your identity is stolen, we'll fix it guaranteed. One last big number. Save up to 40% your first year. Visit lifelock.com/podcast for the threats you can't control. Terms apply.
The following is a Red Apple Podcast Network presentation.
They say this is a big rich town. I just come from the poet's part. Bright light, city life, I gotta make it.
Welcome to Dominic Carter's podcast. This is Dominic Carter's City Hall. Now, here's Dominic Carter.
Red Apple Podcast Talk Radio 77 WABC. You can listen to me, Dominic Carter, weekdays, 3 to 4 p.m. live, then back again, live again, weeknights, midnight to 1 a.m., plus on Sundays, 11 p.m. until 1 a.m. Sometimes in life, you meet people that just stand out for all the good they do, for all the positive reasons. And this is one of those times. This is my podcast. Let's go. Her name is Lisa Manderichio, and she is an activist in Nutley, New Jersey, wearing many hats and doing many things that are productive in the community.
If it puts a smile on somebody's face and I don't need it, I would rather just give it.
But you help senior citizens, you help young people. They don't make them like you, Lisa.
No. I wish they did. There are a lot out there. The best analogy I could give you is when women go shopping and you see a clearance rack and you go looking for that one shirt. You know it's there at a really good price, but you have to look for it. They're not teaching values anymore. They're not teaching family units anymore where let's go to church or let's go to synagogue. They would rather just give their kid an iPad and do your thing. They're under a lot of pressure. These people are working 2-3 jobs just to make ends meet. It's not easy, and we live in New Jersey. We need Doge in New Jersey because it's horrible. It's horrible. So if I have it, I'll give it. If I could put a smile on somebody's face, I'll do it.
But I watch people carefully when they think that I'm not watching. And I'm not going to say most people have a hook. I'm not going to say most people have an agenda. But most people, they're looking for something in return. You're not like that. And it's a bit odd. Do you understand what I'm saying, Lisa? It's a bit odd to meet someone like you.
And I don't think, from my point of view, I don't think it is. Because, again, there's nothing I need. I don't need to run a scam. And you know what? God's watching. I don't need approval from anybody down here. He's watching. Everybody on the other side is watching. They scare me. People here don't scare me too much. They worry me. But I'm doing the right thing. And that's what a lot of people should really start to teach their kids, how to do the right thing. Open the door for an older person. Help them cross the street. Buy somebody that you don't know lunch if you're in line at a Wendy's or a McDonald's, and drive away. Don't put it on social media. If you put it on social media, you're doing it for your ego. If you want to feed the homeless, feed the homeless. Don't put it on social media. You're feeding your ego. I don't need to feed my ego. I'm good.
You know, it's funny you say that. I do it all the time. Where I'll buy someone a meal, but I'm not interested in the social media aspect. It's funny, you set it up exactly the way that I feel that it should be. So we already know you have a golden heart, and people that get to interact with you know that you have a golden heart. From young to old to local officials to senior citizens, I can go on and on and on about your personality. Let's talk for a few minutes the political climate in the country. How would you assess the political climate right now?
The left are lunatics. They hate Trump more than they love their country. I'm starting to think that there's something in the air where it's like a light switch. You turn on the light switch, and then all of a sudden they just pop up all over the place. They're fighting ICE. How do you fight ICE when they're trying to get rid of a man who raped a baby or who killed an American citizen? You saw...
Agreed.
Okay? You saw the speech on Tuesday night. They wouldn't stand. Shame on you. U.S. hockey team brought back gold.
Representing all of us.
Yes. And they sat there on their hands. It was embarrassing. It's almost shameful. And I don't understand why a lot of them are not charged with treason. Ilhan Omar, you have a lot of damn nerve doing what you did, yelling and screaming after what's going on in Minnesota. Shame on you. I don't understand it. I didn't grow up in that atmosphere, but it's taken a turn. It's no longer I'm right, I'm left. This is good and evil, and we are looking at evil up front.
I agree with you. What happened to the Democrat Party? I mean, they're putting forth AOC, Jasmine Crockett. What happened to the Democrat Party?
It's like that clothing rack. There's a couple of them in there, but the rest of them are all cheap garbage. Look at Gavin Newsom, what he's doing. Look at the man that they just want to put out on parole. He's over 50. He kidnapped 7 little kids, raped them, did all kinds of stuff. Thank God they rearrested him. I mean, I'm 50 years old, I'm rehabilitated. No, you're not. You kidnapped these little kids when they were 7 and 4. You did all kinds of evil things, and you don't rehab from that.
You don't.
And that's California. And
he wants to be president.
Yeah, can you imagine? Thank God Kamala Harris lost. But look what we have here in New Jersey.
You're not a fan of Mikey Sherrill?
Not.
She was booed the other night at the hockey game.
Good for
greatly.
them. Good for them. No, she's an embarrassment.
Why do you feel that way?
First of all, you can't represent. Let me ask you this question. How could you represent your family when you're not a member of your family, if that makes any sense? How could you defend your wife and your son if you don't live in the same house? You don't know what goes on. She's not from New Jersey. You don't care about the environment. You don't care about the people. You're more worried about DEI.
Which sets all of us back, particularly the people you're supposed to be helping.
That's it. And just like Trump said the other day, how do you represent other people when you should be representing the people of New Jersey or the people of your state or the people of this country, the real patriots? We're headed down a really bad road. And look what's going on in Virginia with Abigail Spanberger. You walk your dog, you have to pay taxes. You get your clothes dry cleaned, pay taxes. That's what we're afraid that's going to happen here.
When I say President Trump, and my firm belief that he will go down as perhaps the greatest president ever.
Absolutely.
You say?
Absolutely.
Why?
Shame on those who are passing judgment on a man they have not had a real sit-down conversation with. If you do hearsay and you're judging somebody because of what you're hearing, you need help. And if you can't see the man's background, if I remember the story correctly, Jennifer Hudson had family who were murdered.
Yes, she did. And
okay.
Trump came to her aid.
Trump
and
came
she's an
to her
African-American
aid.
woman.
Okay.
Not just her. He helped Jesse Jackson. He helped Nelson Mandela. I could go on and on. He helped Al Sharpton back in the day. He helped all these people, and then when he decides to run for president, he becomes, quote unquote, the biggest racist ever.
Selective amnesia is wonderful, isn't it? But they ought to be ashamed of themselves. This man is really, really trying. And you want to judge somebody by their family? Compare his children to Joe Biden's children. World of difference. And you really should look at that and then look in the mirror and say, well, what am I doing that's wrong? Why am I judging this man? On hearsay? It's scary. It's really, really scary. But look at the percentage of people that are doing that. All because I want to be a transgender. He hates us. No, he doesn't. Oh, he hates Jewish people. His son-in-law is Jewish. His daughter turned Jewish. He has 3 grandchildren that are Jewish. What do you not see that we see? I don't get it.
Well, you're also, Lisa, you're big, and we're chatting with a wonderful community activist, leader, maybe it should be the other way around, leader/community activist, and that's Lisa Manderichio here in Nutley, New Jersey. You're also big on the environment. Why, and what are your big issues on the environment?
Okay. For all of you out here, when you look at the sky, when I was growing up, we saw blue skies and fluffy clouds, okay? Now you look up and you see tic-tac-toe lines, X's, and you watch these lines. After 10 minutes, they're still there. Then they start to drip down. Half an hour later, your entire sky is fog. And they're chemtrails. Chemtrails are not the same as contrails. Contrails come from airplanes and they vaporize. They evaporate. Chemtrails are loaded with toxins. You have barium, aluminum, mercury, everything that's causing a lot of asthma issues for children, older people, Parkinson's it's been linked to. And it's not a conspiracy theory. If you punch it in, people, oh, you're a conspiracy theory, you're wearing a tin hat. No, I'm not. Go out and you watch it for yourself. Once that comes down, we're breathing it. It lands in the water, it's poisoning the water. It lands in the ground, it's poisoning your soil. So people who are out there thinking they're buying organic, you're not buying organic. You're buying stuff that has this garbage in the air. It's toxic. And it's worldwide. This is like Bill Gates blocking out the sun, which somebody really needs to shut this man down. It's like chemical warfare all over the planet. And it's very, very scary. We have cancers that are linked to all kinds of food that we're eating. Preservatives, the chemicals that are in the food. Here's a question for when you were little. Your loaf of bread. After 3 hours, you could make breadcrumbs. Now you have a loaf of bread that sits there for 2 weeks. No mold, no nothing, no breadcrumbs. It's disgusting. And this is what they're selling us. It's let them eat the bugs. This is the New World Order. That's what this is. This is the New World Order trying to take over. And it's working. That's the scary part. And that's what I love about Trump when he gets up there at Davos and says, you're not coming to the United States. It's not happening here. And it's not a conspiracy theory. Do a little bit of research.
So when I say illegals, migrants, Lisa, you say what?
Okay. I love what Tom Homan is doing.
So do I.
Okay. You're here illegally. Even though you were invited in the wrong way. You want to stay here, prove yourself. But the bad guys got to go. And for those out there that are fighting to keep them here, like the one woman, what was her name, Renee?
The one that was
Yes.
killed? Renee Good?
Yes, Renee Good. She should have been at home worrying about her children.
Absolutely.
She should have had a real job.
Absolutely.
Okay? They need to leave. You want to come back, do it the right way. Or President Trump will turn around and say, you want to stay, come, but you have to pay your dues. My great-grandparents came in here. They had to go through Ellis Island. I think we should open up Ellis Island. Have a couple of those places open up again. Let's vet everybody. You saw in The Godfather, when you watched this Godfather 2, he had to stay there for a few weeks until he was healed and he had a place to go. You don't just open up the border. I don't want them in my house. You come in my house, there's going to be a problem. You're trespassing. Joe Biden and his entire administration invited them into everybody else's house. Unwelcomed.
So I close this way, Lisa. The helping the community. I want you, as someone that gives, never ask for anything in return. But wait. Before I close,
Go ahead.
You wear many hats. Literally, you have on a hat. You help senior citizens out of the kindness of your heart, and Lord knows that's not an easy job. You also you do massages, correct?
Correct.
And what is that like?
Oh, you have to ask John and everybody else when you talk to them.
Okay.
I don't know what it's like to massage me. But I do know I have clients. June 29th of this year will be 30 years that I'm doing this.
30 years.
30 years. And everybody, it used to be a luxury. Everybody who is listening, go get a massage. The pressures of everyday life cause stress. If you don't deal with that stress can turn into illness. And that illness could manifest into something really serious, whether it's cancer or Alzheimer's or something else. It gets rid of, and it will eliminate toxins in your body. It calms the nervous system, and it just makes you feel happy. And then you walk away for days. You should be floating. I've had clients who have left New Jersey because of the COVID situation in Florida, who are down there for 5 or 6 years now, will not get massaged by anybody else, which I'm so flattered, but you need to. But when you talk to John, he'll tell you what it's like. I wish I could have me massage me. And I keep offering you, bring the wife in, bring the boy, whatever you need, you just come down, let us know. We'll have the room set up and you're stuck with me. But it's the two most important things. It eliminates stress. It'll make your life easier. And you should stretch. If you take a yoga class or you do Pilates, the best thing you could do, because I don't want to look at you 10 years from now and I go, did you shrink? It helps you keep your body balanced. And it's wonderful.
So we're here at John's business, John Mancini. John, a wonderful community person, businessman, has a print shop. John's Oxygen Bar here. For people that like me that had never been to an Oxygen Bar, describe the room, and then I have one last question for you.
Okay. The room that John has set up has 2 chairs in it, if you wanted to come with another person. And it's, you ever see the old people with the oxygen? They walk around with the little, it's not the tank, it's one of the big things. You will have the nose apparatus, you'll sit in the room, and you'll watch television. Like, we have your son and your wife in there right now. They're watching My Favorite Martian, which is hysterical. And what the oxygen does is it just brings up your blood level. It adds more oxygen to your red blood cells, because what we're breathing out there, like I just said with the chemtrails, our oxygen levels are not where they're supposed to be. So John's doing such a great thing here. And it'll give you a little boost. You don't get high. It just makes you feel better. It gives you a better glow to your skin. Again, it just makes you feel so much. You have to experience it. And whoever's in it, come on down. We're giving it out for free just to get an experience. And then you come by me and get a massage afterwards.
Sounds good. So I close this way. To those on the fence that are not helping their community, and you give and give and give, what do you say to those people? And just one more time, I want to go full circle. Why do you do, Lisa, what you do?
I do it because if it could make your life a little easier, if it could put a smile on your face, And the other flip side is to let you know you're not alone. I don't know your story. We all have a story, okay? Just because I'm looking at you, you look all put together. You might look at me, oh, she looks all put together. But nobody knows if we've walked through fire, okay? What does it harm you to say, you know what? Let's do this. Let's invite these people. This way they feel special. I would like to think that somewhere along the line, if I've helped you in the future, you would look back and say, I don't know who that person was, but that person made me feel special. And that, I love that.
And Lisa, that is what you do. You make people feel special. Now, why is it your eyes are watering up a little bit?
Are they?
Or because you're a tough cookie.
Yeah, no, I'm not. Could be allergies. Could be the chemtrails that they're putting in the air. And
Lisa.
You know what? It's a good thing. You know what? If everybody could just make someone smile, just one person per day, put a smile on somebody, even if you walk past them, if you're food shopping, and just go, oh, hi, have a nice day, Happy New Year. That's it. Make somebody smile. It's a joy thing. It's a happy thing. And if you just do it, and don't care what anybody else thinks. I don't care.
A wonderful conversation with Lisa Manderichio. Besides being an activist in Nutley, New Jersey, as we just talked about with her, another hat she proudly wears is she does professional massages and is very good at it. She told us for a reference point to ask her friend, businessman John Mancini, about the quality of her massages, and we did. His response? Tell me about Lisa. Lisa says to ask you about her massage-giving skills. Are they that phenomenal?
Pretty much, yes.
Wow.
Yeah, straight answer. My bones are shot. I've had 14 surgeries, so I'm hurting. My knee is really bad. When she works on my legs, I can actually walk normal.
Wow. 14 surgeries?
14. I had 2 fights with cancer, and I was doing canine work and went down a flight of stairs. So.
Oh, boy. Yeah, you told me about working with the canine unit, starting it, I think you said in West Orange?
Correct.
And what, the dog ran down the stairs or something? Or?
I actually was doing private work at the Empire State Building with another dog. And the dog caught me on the stairs. I wasn't ready for it. It pulled, and it just took me down the stairs.
Rural Americans deserve access to the best of what our nation has to offer, especially health care. Across every state and every community, America's rural hospitals are the first line of defense, protecting our families, neighbors, and loved ones. No matter where you live, hospital care doesn't clock out. They're there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Each year, America's over 5,000 hospitals care for millions of patients, providing 24/7 emergency care, delivering babies, cancer treatments, and other life-saving care that patients rely on. Behind every one of those patients are doctors, nurses, and caregivers working tirelessly to keep people healthy and safe. Hospitals are our community's lifelines. They employ our neighbors and keep our families healthy. But now, some in Congress are threatening access to care. Tell Congress, protect patient care to keep America strong. Don't cut rural health care.
Greg Kelly here. Donate now to toysfortots.org, working year-round, delivering hope to children at Christmas time and beyond. In 2024, Toys for Tots provided over 30 million toys to nearly 13 million children in need. Donate now, please. Go to toysfortots.org. Since 1947, Toys for Tots has distributed 708 million toys to 314 million deserving children. Working year-round, Toys for Tots. Donate now. Go to toysfortots.org. That's toysfortots.org.
Well, there you have it about Lisa Manderichio. And that is all the time we have for this episode. You can listen to me, Dominic Carter, weekdays 3 to 4 p.m. live, then back again live weeknights, midnight to 1 a.m. Plus on Sundays, 11 p.m. until 1 a.m. Red Apple Podcast Talk Radio 77, WABC.
I gotta make it.
Dominic Carter Socials on Twitter at Dominic TV and Facebook and Instagram, Dominic Carter TV. Email at dominic.carter@wabcradio.com. Until the next episode, be well. And as Dominic always says, stay positive. The glass is always half full, never half empty. Dominic Carter City Hall.
If you're looking to create, grow, and sustain your wealth, download and subscribe to the Pain Points of Wealth podcast at BeBullish.com with Bob, Ryan, and Chris Payne. It's your podcast for market insights, money tips, and real talk on the economy.
Download and subscribe
at BeBullish.com.